This is Justin Tang's Homework 7 Question 1 video submission. Here I am showing how I SSH into my Raspberry Pi before data collection on campus. As you can see, I am using PuTTY. VNC server is accessed through PuTTY, and then we go into VNC server and access our Pi. Here I am opening up a command line in order to access the correct environment and work in that environment. Here I show the small adjustments that were made to the data collection script. We initialized the Pi camera to now operate in a long exposure regime, which means that we had to add two lines, one to initialize frame rate and another to change the setting for shutter speed. Doing this helped the red line laser show up much clearer even in the presence of large lights and other sources of noise. Including these two lines drastically improved the data. After running the script to capture IMU measurements, we can begin the data collection. Next, I'm showing the main source of noise originally. The glass-sided building here is a Shepherd Gallery, and usually the lights are turned on, and this really makes it difficult to see the red line laser on the Pi camera. I asked the facilities from the UMUC to shut off these lights for the evening, and this really helps. As you can see, there are still reflective sides of the building, like glass and metal, and these ultimately did create some noise because the red line laser is reflected back at the same intensity, and this is hard to filter out with the HSV mask. As you can see here, I'm performing a very similar scan as I did in Homework 6. Note that I am a little bit farther back, so I'm capturing some of the podium. You can also see that aside from some street lights, the vicinity is actually quite dark. This did help with data collection, but really the long exposure script helped the most. At this orientation from this direction, the red line laser is reflected to the camera from the glass sides of the building, and this noise is hard to filter out with the HSV mask. Note that whenever I change to a different angle of attack, I am measuring the distance from the podium to my tripod. This helps reduce some of the processing that's needed later when creating the combined 3D point cloud.